Let's talk about Numiner, best-in-class Bitcoin mining rig. Is it real? Is it not real? Let's get into it. Questions swirl around Numiner's best-in-class Bitcoin mining rig. Among other discrepancies, the chipmaker supposedly involved with Numiner said they were unfamiliar with the project, when a previously unknown company claimed to have created a Bitcoin rig far superior to the industry standard this month. Many in the mining industry raised eyebrows. Since then, the red flags have kept piling up. An artificial intelligence hardware company claimed a photo of its product was appropriated to create the rig's marketing materials. The chip maker supposedly involved with the rig said they were unfamiliar with the project. The rig manufacturer admitted it had misnamed the lab that certified the machine and did not provide enough information for CoinDesk to corroborate the second lab it named. It's still unclear exactly what is going on here, but the situation offers a stark reminder that crypto remains a noisy industry where investors get bombarded daily with bold claims that invite scrutiny, particularly in the era of publicly traded mega miners where the financial gains at stake are enormous. Investors can never be too careful. So let's back up a little bit. On February 3rd, Sphere 3D, a Toronto-based data management company, announced it was acquiring 60,000 mining rigs for about $1.7 billion from Numiner Global, a New York-based company that appears to have popped out of thin air. A search on the New York State Company Registry yielded 0 results for Numiner. The company claims to be affiliated with Numiner Technologies Limited, for which practically no information is publicly available. Numiner said its rig, the NM440, generates 440 terahashes per second of mining power or hash rate with a power efficiency of 20.2 joules per terahash, according to the company, which is obviously wild. Such specs would make these miners the best on the market by a significant margin. It would top the world's biggest mining manufacturer's newest mining computer, Bitmain's Antminer S19 Pro Plus Hybrid, which boasts a hash rate of 198 terahash a second and efficiency of 27.5 joules a terahash, and uses liquid cooling technology to reduce heat, noise, and power consumption. Sphere 3D's stock surged more than 40% after the announcement of the deal with Numiner. Shares have given back some of the gains since then, according to TradingView data. The doubts. When the news of the Numiner's deal broke, Luxor Technologies, the crypto software and service company, cast doubt on the story. Quote, "When we saw Griffin's pre-order yesterday, we were highly skeptical, but gave the rig the benefit of the doubt due to Griffin's press release," Luxor tweeted. Sphere 3D is merging with Bitcoin miner Griffin Digital Mining in a reverse merger transaction. However, Luxor added that there are too many red flags to consider the NM440 a legitimate mining machine. Meanwhile, Fred Thiel, CEO of one of the biggest publicly traded miners, Marathon Digital, also tweeted that he was skeptical of Numiner's claims and voiced concern about the cooling technology or the lack thereof. "Based on the picture, I'd be concerned as to how this miner pushes enough airflow to stay cool enough to operate in a typical mining environment," Thiel tweeted. "Definitely not designed for immersion based on the picture." Volt Equity, a San Francisco-based investment firm, also was quick to express skepticism about Numiner and opened a short position on Sphere 3D stock. Volt tweeted it had reached out to the lab that Numiner said had tested its NM440 miners and said the lab denied it ever tested the machine. The lab also told CoinDesk it never tested the machines. So who runs Numiner? There's very little publicly available information about the company, but there are some clues about who is on the team behind this supposedly stellar hardware. Numiner Global has 3 people listed on its website, but none of them seem to have too much experience in crypto or mining. The company's CEO, Lane Kennedy, who most recently was a vice president of enterprise technology and supply chain at Canadian Tire, a retail company involved in the automotive hardware, sports, leisure, and houseware sector. Prior to that, he was global chief information officer at BlackBerry, the one-time smartphone pioneer, and global chief operating officer at Spin Master, a Canadian-based global children's entertainment company. The chairman of Numiner is Tony Melman, who is also a board chair and CEO of Novell Incorporated, a consulting firm specializing in mergers and acquisitions. He also served as CEO of Acosta Capital and Acosta Enterprises. The latter was a special purpose acquisition company that defaulted on its debt in March of 2018. Melman left the company that month, according to the Globe and Mail newspaper. Prior to Acosta, he was managing director and partner at Onex, a major Canadian asset management company, for 22 years. So Melman was also appointed to Sphere 3D's board as part of the $1.7 billion purchase agreement. The third person listed in the website is Bruce Brent, an independent director who is chief financial officer at real estate firm, the Matthews Group, president of a family office, and chairman on the boards of renewable energy company and another aerospace firm. Affiliate Numiner Technologies did not seem to have much public information other than the press release naming Thomas Su as CEO. The company also appointed a special research and development advisor named Richard Lee, who, according to Numiner Technologies, is a former R&D director with Taiwan Semiconductor, TSMC. Numiner representatives did not respond to CoinDesk's request to comment about this entity. So there was a merger that went on, and then the denials claimed working in coordination with TSMC. TSMC told CoinDesk that Numiner is not a direct customer. There's a lot of sketchiness going on here right now. So on February 7th, Cerebras, a California-based AI hardware firm, tweeted that a crypto mining startup company had misappropriated a photo of its CS2 system in an email to CoinDesk. Cerebras confirmed it was referring to Numiner and noted, in fact, you can see the Cerebras logo at the bottom of the system. See there? Right here. Other than the Mountain Dew hue details, the images are pretty much identical. Here. Cerebras said it had contacted Numiner, and the company has since removed the photo from its site. CoinDesk later confirmed it had disappeared. Griffin Mining, for its part, told CoinDesk on February 8th, no comments on this topic for now. Numiner has information they need to release first, and it's not our place to comment at this time. Numiner said on February 10th that it previously misidentified BACnet Testing Laboratories as its testing lab. Instead, the lab is called BTL Incorporated, a Taiwan-based testing company certified by TÜV Nord, the company said in a statement. Quote, the performance specifications of the NM440 have been independently validated by leading global testing company TÜV Nord's certified lab BTL Incorporated, a testing company based in Taiwan, end quote, the statement reads. The company has noted that the original image of the NM440 was taken down after Numiner was recently made aware of similarity in the product's image to another product on the market. The original image was drawn for marketing purposes, the statement said. Numiner is confident its revolutionary technology will transform Bitcoin mining, enabling customers to reduce energy usage and increase profits. The updated statement continued. This is a mess. This is like, this is straight up a disaster. So essentially what you have here is the Numiner 440 real? I highly doubt it at this point. You have changing of basically the labs that tested and verified it. But the weird thing is the amount of investment that went into it, which, like, if you don't have like the internal information that is saying that this is true, and like, why would you make these large purchases? It's very weird. Do I think we're going to see 440 terahash, on a single Bitcoin mining rig? Not really. And we can tell this because we got to talk about this too. Intel has details on its Bitcoin mining Bonanza mine chips. And here's the deal. We thought that we were going to see from Intel basically a revolutionary miner that was going to be low power consumption and compete with Bitmain. Not the case here, guys. And so this is where I cast doubt on the NM440, because we have Intel, a much more experienced chip manufacturer that has released their data on their upcoming BMZ2 and it's not good. I hope you enjoyed this clip from the Crypto Mining Morning Show every Monday through Friday, 7:45 a.m. Pacific and 10:45 a.m. Eastern Time. You can check out more clips here, or if you're interested in checking out the entire live show, you can check that out down here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Tuesday.